Grand Rising, if you're just waking up, if you're like me and you're getting ready for bed, I'm not going to be on here long, but I did want to catch it before it starts raining. As you see, it looks like there's some rain coming in. Look at the new one. Oh, he stands out. He stands out. He has two eyes. You can see his eyes. Oh. There he goes. It's like he loses his shape. You know, we're talking about celestial. We're talking about plasma. It's a different substance. But it's well and alive. Y'all, there's so many over there. I mean, look at that one that just popped in. That little light. That's them. All those little lights. And they do have shapes to them. But do y'all see them? Let me know. Ooh, look at him. I see ya. He popped in by the light. And if you pay attention, like you'll be looking at his face and then all of a sudden it'll shapeshift. Plasma does that. Water. If okay, for example, say you're looking at water, right? Look, y'all see him now? See the little dude with the two eyes, glowing eyes? Came in last night. Say you're looking at a bowl of water and you put some dye in it. And it begins to form a face, right? Begins to form a shape. And you're checking out, you're like, whoa. Trying to see if we can capture that. See that? I don't think it's this light because it does the same thing as the light in the front. It fluctuates. It blinks, and I can't get it from this angle. I have to pull up my other camera in the back of the yard, but I found a wormhole on the back of his house too. But say you're looking at this water, right? And this face forms out of this color, this dye. It stands out. You see it. And you're like, wow. And then you take your finger and you dip it into the water. Do you think it's going to affect the shape of the face? Yeah. It's going to, not only is going to affect it, it's going to change it. It's not going to be the same face. Another face may form or appear. That's what these plasma and celestial beings do. I watched them come in. I watched them arrive. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that are afraid of them. They call them UAPs, y'all. Pulsating, glowing plasma. There's a lot of people who are afraid of them. And they speak on things. People perish because of lack of knowledge, man. People go hungry because of ignorancy. People starve. They stay out in the cold longer than they need to. People chase false light. A true prophet's not even welcome in their own hometown. But I'm not here to wake you up. I'm here to school you. Look at them. Look at the two facing each other. And these gnomes and these mystical creatures, they're very similar to these plasma beings because they're spiritual. I seen a gnome in solid form shapeshift, transform, transition into a spirit and then into a orb. I'm not here for those who are not going through the spiritual awakening. I don't even want those type of people watching my content. They're curious about what I'm showing because they see there are things in my videos and pictures that they cannot explain. They cannot debunk it. They see it. So it's attracted these non-believers, these closed-minded Bible thumpers, the ones that have no true connection with source. They don't even know They ain't never had no real experience. The closest they've ever been to sources through the Bible. That's it. I don't even want those type of people watching my videos. I block their energy. I would never be able to wake them up. Let me make something clear, chosen one, divine one. You can't wake them type of people up. They're going to have, no, you can't. They have they got thick blindfolds on. When you were first visited, when you started first going through your spiritual awakening, could nobody shake you? Could nobody make you stop believing what you've been believing since you was a young child and what you've been taught? Because this is years and years of being beaten into your mind, into your spirit. This is the only way. You was cursed. You got to be reborn. You got to do this. You got to do that. There is no other way around. You're a sinner. You're this. Your flesh is rotten. You believed every lie that was told to you. Look at them two at the end. You believed every lie. You was just like me all day long. Oh, Lord, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. And the more you beg for forgiveness, the further away you became from yourself, from source. And we all started searching outside of ourselves, looking for our savior. Not even savior. See, they fed us that story about a savior. We was looking for our creator. We was looking for God. Where did we come from? Where did we evolve from? And we all longed for the stars. I'm talking to the ones that felt a connection from the stars. You stare at that moon. It feels like home. You know that you don't come from this earth. Your body does, but not your spirit. You've known all your life that something just wasn't right. Something never sat right. This is the time. It's happening. And this is the wildest thing, My spiritual truth may not be your spiritual truth. And you know why? It's not that it's all different. We're all on different levels. Look at this one. I've been going through this nonstop with them, with all the... See, let me tell you something. I've been being visited since a child. But it wasn't until I was ready that they all came out. It started taking me through these portals. Started opening my mind. And my mind I had to lose it. I had to let go of what I was holding on to. My heart was the door. But I couldn't enter in to the portal of my heart. That's how you get to the universe. That's how you get to source. That's everything, you guys. Your heart is your spirit. And for those of you who are a little slow, I'm not talking about the organ. When I say heart, I'm talking about your energy center, your heart chakra, your spirit. Some of y'all take some of them words literally, like literally the organ. My mind was at war. And that's when I started to realize that this whole time, the battle, it was never outside myself. That spiritual battle, because see, when you're a seer, when you got that sixth sense, and you Your whole life you've been having these dreams of fighting demons. You know, you've been a soldier in God's army from the beginning of time. Oh, look at this little one popping in his little head. They're so cute, guys. Some of them are just precious, man. You know, though. But that war broke out in your mind because that's the part, you guys, that they programmed. They couldn't program your soul. They couldn't program the spirit. It is the mind. It is the mind. First, what they did is they crushed your heart by telling you that your creator, your God, was sick with you. You did something, your ancestors did something so awful that your own creator destroyed the earth and punished. How does that make sense? Let me just break it down. Your own creator creates people and then puts temptation in front of them to test them. And hold up, this is what, he did it because he was bored. He was lonely. Let us make man in our own image. And then we're going to put him in this beautiful garden. And then we're going to put one of the best looking trees right in the center. But they're not allowed to eat the fruit. They can eat any fruit from any tree. But we're going to put the best looking one in there. And it's going to be a bad tree. So if they eat of that tree, knowing they're going to be tempted, if they eat of that tree, we're going to kick them out. We're going to make them suffer. I'm sorry, but if that's the God that you call love, you don't know what love is. And we got a choice who we serve. And we got a choice who we honor. And we also got a choice to what the hell we believe in. And I'm not buying it. Who's behind love? And see, there's two different types of love. There's that worldly love, conditional love. That sounds like conditional love. Y'all, we know what unconditional love is, right? Let's talk about it, fam. Let's talk about it, chosen ones. What's unconditional love? Unconditional love is if you eat from that tree, I'ma still love you. I will not chew you up and spit you out. I'ma love you. I'm not gonna kick you out of the garden. I'm not gonna destroy the earth. Matter of fact, I love you so much, I'm not gonna put temptation in front of you because I love you unconditionally. And there is nothing that you can do to make me stop loving you. That was not unconditional love. That was not God. That was not our creator. I don't believe that story. I don't believe it. I believe it was made up by man. My spirit, y'all. And guess what? Ooh, hey, Lord, help me. Nothing. I'm just praising the Lord. And my son goes, huh? Let me tell you something. I've had many dreams. Nothing. I'm talking to my chosen ones. Because I'm calling on my family. Come on, Soul Tribe. Because I know we're just alike. Y'all been dreaming too. Y'all been dreaming your whole life. Y'all see. You're seers. But the rest of the world is blind. And I know what it's like to be the only one with the eyes open. And everybody else around you, they're blind. They can't see. And it's a lonely walk. But you know what? You don't have to be alone no more. You do not. We are remembering and we are reuniting. You do not. The only thing that I am seeing right now in spirit is that we all have to go through the gates. We got to go through that portal. We got to go through our remembering first before we reunite. Okay? You can't compare your spiritual knowledge and truth with mine, because you may not be where I'm at yet. You may still be in the early beginning. You guys, you know how many times that I lost? I lost my sense of God. I lost my sense of understanding of what and who God was. You know how many times I doubted? I lost it. And then it came back. All paths lead home. And and you know why? They kept breaking. I would find it again, but it was an illusion, and it would be stripped again. I find it again, because I've been lost religion. You can't hang that up. I'll never come back to that. None. No religion can pull me back in. Not one. I don't agree with none of them. The closest one that I might rock with would be Muslim. And I ain't rocking with them either. I am no religion. I am strictly spiritual. Spirituality. Religion was man created. I don't know how many times I was stripped from what? I kept trying to piece it back together. Okay, I think I got it this time. And then the very last time, that's when I saw the bigger picture. And it blew my wig back. And I said, oh my goodness. So you mean to tell me I kept trying to put this creator in a man, in a body, in a place. And I couldn't understand. What do you mean we're all one? I don't understand that. What do you mean we all connect? I don't get it. What do you mean? I'm outside, you guys. What do you mean? And every time I try to put it back together, I couldn't. Because that oneness, we are all one, did not fit in. It didn't fit in. Until I could see the bigger picture. The mind. That's why it's so important that we go through the heart. And it's like this circumcision. Not circumcision. It's where the heart is like going through this circumcised. Like the heart gets circumcised. And you can't do that with being involved with all these people. Like it's your ego is going through a death. That is the death. When they talk about the reborn and stuff, the ego, and then your spirit comes. It's not being reborn, but it comes back. Is able to come forward, because that ego is no longer in the way, and we know what ego is, edging God out. I could tell you where I'm at right now and what I've received, my spiritual truth, but you may not resonate with that yet because you ain't there yet. You understand what I'm saying? There are people who are in the very early beginnings of this spiritual awakening. And they got a long ways to go. It depends on how willing you are to let go. Loosen your grip. And here's another thing. What did I say? We let go of the old illusions, but then we start to form new ones. Because y'all, it's the way the way we were taught. We feel like we need a comforter. And we are so quick to reach outside of ourselves. We dare not have any faith and belief in ourselves. Man, we were taught that we are powerless. Oh, you better be saying in the name of Jesus. Who'd you say the name in? You don't got no authority. You don't got no power. Have you ever been told that? Because I have. And you're a powerhouse. And you are powerful. Matter of fact, you're a seer. Matter of fact, you're clairvoyant, you're clairaudient. Matter of fact, you're highly sensitive. And the person that is telling you that you're not powerful and you have no authority, they are a regular soul. They don't even have the gifts. Well, I got the Holy Spirit. I speak in tongues. That's all they got. And they ain't never. So I'm gonna tell you something. When they truly connect, when they truly have that divine connection with God, and it opens their mind and they let go of all their prejudiceness. God is unconditional love. It's so deep, y'all. It's so deep, man. I do not use a book to tell me what I'm experiencing. Nope. I refuse. I remember when I first came out, you guys, and I first started sharing, and those pictures are the bomb. I'm still looking back at something like, oh my gosh. You know, like I can't believe I missed a few. Like I was so focused on the light, the ones of light. Like I didn't even see the one that formed in that tree. It was like, whoa, it was a spirit. But there are people coming and they're like, those look like angels. And I'm like, duh. I'm healing over here. Yeah, my life has completely changed. Like, I've gone to church. I've cried, booed. I did a lockdown where they lock you in there, overnight. Nothing has affected me like this in my life. Medication, counseling, therapy, nothing has been able to penetrate me the way this has. And God is all up in this. And then they turn around and said, yeah, angels, but the fallen angels. Why would you say that to me? I'm going to tell you why. I had something to say, why you? Not, why do you think they came to you? Or, no, it was straight up, why you? And I said, these people must be jealous. They gotta be jealous. They're envious. They did not want they don't want us to have this because they don't have it. A man been after God's heart for 40-something years, and he preaches, and he ain't never been visited by an angel. He ain't never been visited by an angel. And I'm not talking about in your dreams. I'm talking about to the point you got to run out your house and call the police because you don't know what the heck was just standing in your living room glowing from head to toe. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about real encounters here. We're not talking about, dreams and you half sleep, half awake. I'm talking about watching a ball of light come out of your floor. I'm talking about a light covering your backyard. And you just waking up thinking you just dreamt of being on some spacecraft or whatever it was. But your security camera show that a light came and covered your whole backyard. So you know now that what you just experienced was not a dream. You thought it was a dream because you woke up in your bed. You went to bed, you went to sleep in your bed and you woke up in your bed, but this is in the middle of the night. You wake up. But your security camera captured it. The preacher man had been after God's heart for 40 some years, but he seek God through the Bible. When this force, this spirit is alive. Why are you still why aren't you chasing the spirit? Why aren't you pursuing that energy? That love is an energy, it's a frequency. And unconditional love. He seeks our heart. He searches our heart. Man, listen. I remember being a kid, y'all. My mom said, because there was more Mormons that came, Jehovah Witness. Man, there was all kind of people coming to our door knocking. And boy, don't let my mama answer. My mom, shoo. She had Native American in her. She's white too. Country. A little bit of hillbilly. She cuss you out, spin you around. You know where you was coming from. You know if you was coming or going. My mom was rough. But she used to take naps. And I think they started to figure it out. And let me tell you something, because she said, I noticed they're drawn. They don't knock on nobody else's house around here. But they keep coming to mine. And she said, it's you. And I said, I ain't doing nothing wrong. She said, you keep opening that door to them. I said, why shouldn't I, Ma? Why I gotta be mean to them people? They're nice. They're caring. Because they don't worship the right God. I said, Mom, aren't we all praying to the same God? No, it's many gods out here. I said, so we pray to the head God, right? She said, yeah. I said, but didn't he create the rest of the gods? Didn't he create all of us? You don't understand. You won't understand till you get older. I said, but God is of love, right? So why are you being so mean and prejudiced? You want them to come over to the God that you serve, and they want you to come over to the God that they serve. But why are y'all judging each other? Why are y'all so divided? Shouldn't y'all be representing the God that you say you serve? You say God is in you. Why are you so mean? Why are you judging people? That's not unconditional love. You just don't understand. But every now and then, she would say little things to me. And she would say, you're special. God's going to use you one day to change the world. I think my mother knew deep down inside that I saw things differently. I didn't see them like everybody else. Well, the fact that I saw spirits, she knew that, you know what I mean? And angels. I've never had a problem connecting. Every time I cry out, I get visits. I have never had to plead and beg. Never. It's when I started to lean into this the mind of the understanding, and not into my heart. When I would move from my heart and go into my mind and try to do it the way they teach us, that's when the disconnection was happening. That's when the spirit of confusion came over me. Don't let nobody turn you around. You're waking up. You're trying to figure this thing out. My advice to you, stay open. Because what you believe right now, you still got some more portals. Some of y'all ain't even hit those conscious portals yet. Some of y'all, there's different portals you're going to go through. Some of y'all ain't even got up there with the spirit guides yet, the heavenly messengers yet. Y'all still in your lower chakras. You're still working in through that root chakra. You may be in your sacral chakra. You might be somewhere in your solar plexus chakra. You're climbing that mountain now. You're not in the lower valley anymore. You're not having those demon dreams anymore. Maybe some of you are. Some of y'all still at war. Some of y'all still fighting them demons. Because there's parts of you that you haven't healed yet. There's the soul retrieval. There's counterparts of you that are still scattered in the subconscious portals. That's how you're, woo, those are powerful, y'all. And listen, when this goes down, this isn't something that you say, I want to go, I'm going to try to go into my mind. You will be guided. These are real divine. Man, they're here to assist the chosen. My story will never change. This is what they told me. And I've experienced it. I'm living it. I'm proof. Even when I was terrified in the beginning, that didn't stop them. They was still doing what they had to do. That did not stop them. They was still, I just hadn't connected yet. I was separating it. Because the war is not outside yourself, it's in your mind. Everything you've been taught, everything you believed, is going to be challenged. Then you got all of these people who don't they ain't being, this is not being revealed to them. So they are, you talking about brainwash, just like you were, just like you was, just like me. So none of them are going to support you. You're probably going to get rebuked. You're probably going to get called names. You got to be strong, man. It's going to break you at times. It's going to hurt your soul. It's going to hurt your heart. But that's not going to make you give up. I promise it won't. What it's going to do is going to push you even further in. This is a one-man journey. But we all going to reunite in the end. I promise you that one. You're alone, but you're not lonely. This can be smooth or it can be bumpy. It can get chaotic. I know because I've been there. You resist it, but then you seek God. But it's connected. If I can give you any advice, I would say this: zoom out. A lot of you are zoomed in and you can't see the bigger picture. Zoom out some. Zoom out. Deep, ain't it? I'm trying to tell you. Some of my A1s, my day one supporters, we were, man, the tree in the back of my house where the spirit portal, one of them, because there's several of them, had formed. And there was so many, look at that going straight up. Oh, I can't get it, darn it. I missed it. It went straight up. But anyways, we're seeing all of these, creatures and spirits. It was back here. It was, older pictures. And we're like, wow. Look, this is how we were, y'all. If y'all remember, we're like, oh, let's look at these beige ones right here. We're like, ooh, look at them. There's two right here, though. In between the trees, there's some here in the dark area, too. But the beige ones right here. They just came a couple nights ago, these two right here. But we're zoomed in and we're looking at them, right? And we're like, wow, look at the little ones. And, ooh, look at that one. And look at that one. And then I had shared another picture where, just to show people, the full backyard, because a lot of my pictures I was like zoomed in on so you could see it. Because some people were like, what are you showing us? What is it? So I'm like, are you that blind? Okay, let me zoom in. So then I showed a picture, boom, where I came out, I backed out, and we got to see the whole entire tree. And when we saw that picture where I had zoomed out, it was one big, huge spirit, big creature with a bunch of little tiny ones. We didn't even see the big one. That's how God is. And God isn't a person. It is a frequency. That's that energy. You feel that love. And it's huge. It's all over. And we're inside of it. You can tune into it. You can tune into that. And so if you zoom in, you see all the different forms of life operating. And if you pull out, you would see this, this existence. This, that's like being in space and you zoom in and you see, in space, you see these little planets like Earth. You see this little planet, but if you zoom in and come in, you see all these little people and all this stuff. But if you zoom out, you see a planet in space. Along your journey, along this spiritual awakening, remember that. Especially when you start feeling stressed or confused or overwhelmed or not knowing where to turn, or you're starting to question this, but this don't make sense though. See, that's what I stopped. I stopped trying to make things make sense. If your spirit, let me tell you something. Something doesn't have to make sense to your spirit. It doesn't. It is the mind. It is the mind. Your spirit, something could make sense to your mind, but your spirit will reject it because it's not spiritual truth. See, I had to learn to listen to my spirit. How does it settle in my heart? Does it feel good? Does it feel right? I know it goes against my teachings and the way I was brought up. That's where the battle was at. That's where the conflict was at. But in my heart, it felt right. It resonated deeply. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. They all up in there, y'all. It felt right. The three that popped in at the backyard, this is in the beginning, 2020, I think, 2022. Well, that's not the beginning, but the beginning when these three came. And the one with the flappy ears, the teardrop ears, that's when, that's the night we saw that. It was like a plasma ball, UFO looking thing. And the night I called the police and stuff, because I saw 3 ETs forming in the back alley here. And it looked like they were coming in through light, but they manifested all the way. And I do not have that recording because I kept jumping on and off, on and off. I had the worst panic attack that night. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't never been so afraid in my life. But the one with there was a T-shaped looking one, It looked like it was made out of sticks. That's the ones that have formed all up in the trees. Okay, the stick ones. All of them have formed. Those three breeded here. It's like they seeded the trees here. Yep, the square shaped ones. So remember, y'all, the three big ones. It looked like it was made out of sticks. For those of you who've been following me, my stories will never change because I'm gonna tell you exactly as I remember it. From left to right, there was one that looked like it was made out of sticks, had a T-shaped head. Okay, I didn't know what it was. Was it a neck, a long super neck, and a little tiny body? I couldn't tell because the fence was there. Beside him, in the middle, or was it on the end? It was he reminded me of SpongeBob. He was a square. Yes. And you could see the face on him. And then he had these like little stick size arms. Like little, yes, his arms were very skinny. How many of y'all remember me saying, "Ooh, look at that. What's on my car? It looks like little potato sacks, little squares of plasma." They came here and breeded and seeded the earth. This area, anyways. I don't know about everywhere else. But I seen babies of what they look like all in this area. And not my neighborhood, my yard, my trees. Now what about the other one? The one that got close to me with the teardrop shape ears. So he had, let me back up because I said T-shape earlier. I'm going to say the one that looked like a stick, he had like a V-shape head. The one that had the teardrop ears, his head was more like a T. Because he had a long nose too, y'all. I would have to draw it, man. I never seen nothing like it before. Never seen no type of creatures like them before. Okay? And he had, you know who he reminded me of? Darn it. Alf? No, it was another, the one alien from, y'all. I seen another, not American Dad. What is that one cartoon? It's like a grown-up cartoon show. I can't think of it right now. It's not The Simpsons. But anyways, I saw him. Oh yeah, wait a minute. It is SpongeBob. The one dude. He kind of reminds me of him a little bit, and I can't think of his name either. Not Patrick. It's SpongeBob's neighbor. I can't think of his name right now. He kind of favored him a little bit. I'm gonna have to get a picture of it and post it in the community area. But anyways, it's a couple little things I've seen that kind of resembled him, but not all the way, not 100%. Because his ears, I'll never forget the shape of his ears and the way they blew in the wind. It was different. It was like paper thin. Like, it was so, it didn't look right, you guys. Well, and so the one that looked like was made out of sticks, his name was Benjai. I would get a little bit closer to him a year and a half after he arrived. What was that? I looked away. It looked like a big orb popped. But the one with the teardrop ears, yes, he was the first one that came. He popped in on my dreams. Like, he found ways to get close to me and let me warm up to him. He was so kind. You guys, he was a sweetheart. And I remember when he finally stopped coming around, He didn't even tell me he wasn't going to come back no more and there would be new ones. He didn't tell me. He didn't say goodbye to me or nothing. Like, like all of them, I've had so many encounters since this started in 2020. Like, a lot of them don't come more than once, but he did. He came a few times, enough for me to get used to him. And I'm not gonna lie. I I was, a little upset because I got close to him. I did. I felt a connection. Benjai, he was nice, but he creeped me out. He's all up in this. His seeds, they're all up in it. Oh God, they're all up in this tree, baby. Oh my God. I thought he was like half snake or something. I didn't know what to think of him. I really didn't. Like, he got a long neck. Like, it freaked me out. But Benjai's nice too. He's the one that helped me understand that when all those spirits was filling, look at dude here. When all those spirits was filling up in the trees, like big old faces, small faces. I remember I had color. They were color to them. Some of you can see their rosy cheeks. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all remember? I still got them pictures. Like, can't nobody take that and say, oh, those are just, the camera. You got me messed up. It was too much color and detail there. Like, no, you can't. No, baby. Not over here. You ain't playing them games over here. You know? But I was freaking out. And he told me, he was like, you're calling them. And I said, no, I'm not. And I would go in the house and I'll start praying. And I would pray and cry out to the archangels and my guardians. And then the tree would fill up again. It would be until he pointed that out to me. So, I still didn't get the first time. I did not get it. Until I did it, it started to clear out. It cleared out. They was like, okay, she don't really want our help. She just, we come and then she want to act all weird and and look and loose minded. So they would start leaving. It would clear out. And then I might see something like a little creature or something. I freak out like, oh my God, oh my God. And I would call on them again. Go outside above my house, lit up. Lit up. I know what stars are. Other people see a light and say, oh, that's just a star. Exactly. But you don't know what a star is. And I know what light ships are. And I know what ships are that carry celestial form beings. I know about all that now. So the tree fell up again. And that second time, that's when I caught it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So now I don't call just to be calling. I don't waste their time like that. Like, I literally call them when I want their help, when I need their help. That's it. And when I call all of them, oh, I mean business. Oh, I'm cutting a cord. We doing something serious here. You know what I mean? I'm not calling all of them up just to, because I got scared tonight. I don't do that. I don't play with that. You know what I'm saying? Period. For the longest, I didn't call on none of them. I would pray and I would ask my creator to send an angel to help me. And every time I did that, another ET would show up. And that's why you might hear me say today, I believe the ETs are the creatures of heaven. They are the creatures and angels of the cosmos. They are the guardians of light. Period. Get the ones up here. So, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna keep my videos too long. I just wanted to share with you guys Stand strong. I don't care where you're at on your journey. Don't let nobody. You're going to do it yourself. And when you feel like you if spirit give me a message and I share and it deeply resonates, take heed to that. If spirit says we're going into a season that's going to require you to be silent, that there's a reason for that. That means there's about to be a stirring in the energy. And some of us is going to get filled up. Some of us will be fed. Some of us is going to have, it's going to be a season of visitations. Hey, some of us is going to start be going through them visitations again. And then the non-believers are still being they're still being non-believers. Like, have you ever got some food and went to eat and some kids or some people come over and they just sitting there trying to stare you down while you eating? Who am I talking to? If it resonate, let it resonate. If you know, you know. That's what I'm talking about. When you're being fed, when spirit's trying to feed you, it don't want you. Spirit don't want you sitting there and you got these people staring you all up in your face while you eating. So yeah. And then oh, that ain't good. That, or here you waiting on your food coming, and they trying to tell you, nah, if I was you, I wouldn't eat that. I wouldn't eat that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Stop trying to convince these non-believers of what you're experiencing. That's why in many of my videos, you'll hear me say, this message ain't for everybody. I'm not talking to everybody. Even though they want to come and put their 2 cents, I get it. And it's okay. And it's got to be okay. Because if you don't let it be okay, you let that piss you off, then you see what I'm saying? All you're doing is affecting yourself. You're hurting yourself. And that's why they do it. They're doing it because they envy your healing. They envy your breakthrough. They envy your peace. They see the changes. They see how on fire you are, how excited you are, how alive you're becoming. I do think it's motivated by jealousy. You've been a preacher for 40 years and you mean to tell me you ain't been visited by an angel yet? I've been being visited by angels since I was a little girl. Wow. You've been studying chasing ETs for how many years and you ain't seen an alien yet? But you believe in them and you still ain't seen one? I feel like the ET community, the MUFON members, they could learn a lot from me. But they're set on following Stephen Gear. He's going to teach us how to connect with him through meditation. I could teach you how to have a visit. Your own personal encounter. Your own aliens. But they don't want to do it my way. My way requires work. Work that they ain't willing to do. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's all right. Let them keep doing what they doing. That's all right. They ain't part of the soul tribe. It's that simple. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. Stay strong. Stand in your spiritual truth. You know, don't let nobody take that from you. And don't be comparing your journey to no one else's. Because like I said, we're all on different levels. When I first started going through the conscious portals, I saw one comment out of all those comments, just one stood out to me. And this woman said, I know what you're going through. That's it. That's all she said. She didn't explain it. She didn't break it down. She said, I felt that. So she's going through them too. She's going through that soul retrieval. That's all I saw. And the rest of it, it's a bunch of BS. But it is what it is. I ignore the backlash. Some people's wanting to know, well, what is a conscious portal? And what do you mean? And how you go from a spirit portal to a conscious portal? Like, what the heck? Why would I waste my energy, my breath? Why would you? Don't do that. Trying to explain it to a person who is deaf to spirit and blind to this. They don't even have the heart for this. You can't experience this until you can't. You can look at it and you can see it, but you will not go through the process that they take you through until you get into your heart. You got to go into that heart and you got to start seeking your creator. Seeking in the heart. Look at the creatures, y'all. Look at the little ones right above the basketball stand. Yep. You got little small ones, big ones. That light is so darn bright. I can't even get the little ones over here. But anywho, look at them. Look at that. That's the ones I think I was showing in the very beginning of the video. That's plasma. And I believe, look at that little man right there. It's a little man. It looks like just a head, and then it looks like something's wrapped around his neck. He's sitting right here in the middle of this branch. Looks like he's got a life jacket around his neck. Look at the little creature right there by the tree. So many of them. Oh, so many. Oh, this ain't nothing. I got another video from last night I got to get posted. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to have you're going to blow. You talking about mad lights. Oh, it was so many of them last night. It was so many. Like how you see like the little eggs, look like little eggs sprinkled in there. It was so many of them. But they were glowing. Look at him. Ooh wee. Oh, did he shift? Yeah, he shifted a little bit. I think he has somebody beside him. I'm not sure. Oh, what is that? That might be a earth creature right here. It's a bunch of them too. I see them. They're like brown. It looks like they're sitting inside of an egg or something. There's so much stuff out here. It's not even funny. It's a little bit of everything. That it is. All right, you guys, because I'll keep on looking. I will be posting soon. Oh, what we got? I caught that light. What was it? And I'm sitting in the car, so I'm looking. Here, let me zoom out. Let me zoom out, and I'm looking straight ahead because I'm outside and I don't see nothing. I don't, see a plane or anything. So that most likely was definitely one of them. Oh yeah, because there's no plane going by. I don't see our aircraft or. So yeah, that was one of them. And they do that sometimes. There's a cluster of them right here. You see them? Oh, look at the. Oh, he showed his little face. He showed his little face. I saw you. See him right here? This one. There's a few of them. Is there? That's the light again? Was that the light? I see a couple lights. I can't tell anymore. But that one turned on and off. Yeah, that one. Oh, look at this little dark one right there. Oh my gosh. It is like a cluster of them right here. Ooh, look at the ones right underneath the numbers. And they all have lights on them, you guys. Every last one. Every last one of them. That's how I know. Like, I don't know, man. Everything I've ever seen has light on it. That's just, man, it's so mind blowing. And like, oh, look at them over there. And like the gnome, let's just say he was a gnome, the one that was on my shoulder. When he was on my shoulder, no, I didn't see any light. But when he leaped into the middle of the room, he turned into a light. Look at this one. Wow. Check them out. I was like, wow, you guys. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. That's just awesome, man. The war is inside. It is the heart, the spirit against versus the mind. But once you get that locked down and you lean into your heart and you learn, I don't care what it looks like, what it sounds like, any of that. I'm trusting 100% here. I'm trusting my heart. And I'm letting go of everything. So for me, I just wiped the plate clean. I was like, I gotta throw everything away. Because none of it, I was like, okay, just teach me then. Just teach me. Let this unravel. Show me. Because I felt like I was going to lose my mind. Because it didn't line up and it wasn't making sense. And I'm like, begging for forgiveness, repenting, doing all of this. And they're looking at me like, what are you doing? Get up. Do you know who you are? Why are you begging for forgiveness? Like, we love you. It was just, man, I ain't never felt love like this before, y'all. I didn't know what they were doing. I didn't understand what I was feeling. And it was so overwhelming. I was buzzing. My whole body was vibrating. When they first came in and swarmed around me, it is just so overstimulating. And it was unconditional love. And I had never felt it before. Definitely not from a human. The closest I think I felt it is when my children were babies, newborns. Yeah. If I could compare it to something, that would be it. And of course, I can't even say now I love God unconditionally. I am love. I don't even want to say I love God unconditionally. Because when I say it like that, it's like separating. You know, it's like separating myself from God again. You know, it's a process, you guys. It really is. This whole thing is. But I promise you, all roads lead back home. I don't care where your spiritual awakening takes you. You're gonna come back home. You know how many roads I took, and it brought me right back. I was like, wait, stop. Don't worry about what people say, though, man. Let your process be the way it is. It's just when you stop, you know, you stop healing, you stop going inwards, you stop seeking. Yep. When you want it bad enough, it'll happen for you. Maybe you're still standing in front of the door, and you know, and you're like, what do I got to do? You got to want it. You got to want it. You got to want this so much that nothing else matters. You got to want and desire peace. You got to want and desire it's like that divine connection, man, where nothing stands in between it. And I promise you, they're going to start showing up. And I'm not talking about a light in the sky. You know? No, they come in them dreams. They'll assist you in them dreams. Don't think they won't. You know? And like I said, just them being in my energy field, it influences me. And I'd rather have them here than what I had before. Look at her. Because, honey, I know about the dark shadow ones, trust me. I spent many years, trying to keep them at bay. Rebuking them. Get away from me. And I didn't understand until I went through this. As long as there's pain, as long as there's blockages, as long as there's parts of you that are scattered, that's what's attracting them. Yep. When you return back home, return back to self, come back to the heart. You're coming back to God when you do that, because God is your spirit. You are God. You really, really, truly are. You are. It's heaven. All of the ancestors, all of the elders, it's all inside of you. Isn't that deep? That is so powerful, you guys. And to access them, you got to go in. Listen to this. You got to go in to come out. You know? Yep. Your body will start healing. Your nervous system will start to repair itself. I mean, it's nothing short of a miracle. And you become so charged, so divine with this God energy, this God frequency, that you can go and heal others. But what you do when they're not in position to receive, and you go to them, you'll knock them demons up off of them. But if that person has done some work and they've already cleared, the dark ones, the demons and stuff, and they are, listen, they ain't leaking. They ain't no holes in their buckets. Yes, I believe in all my heart you can transfer that energy you're storing, you're holding, onto another person. And man, listen, I've done it. I've already done it a couple times. Some of them, it went with a lot of people. It was a couple. Two of them wasn't ready. Two of them darn near lost their minds because they had visitations afterwards. And they wasn't ready for it. It scared them. The other ones, went deeper into the far corners of her mind, became even more mental. And I haven't talked to the other person. Her heart was just so bitter and closed. So I don't know. She had a lot of healing to do. Hopefully, it triggered healing for her. So everybody ain't ready for this, you know? And that's why I don't make house calls. That's why I'm not out here, you know what I mean? Transferring this energy that I'm holding. When spirit sends me someone and I know they're ready. Well, when spirit sends you someone, they are ready. But I'm just saying, some people are going to connect to you because they want to experience it. They're fascinated. But this isn't for that, you guys. This isn't for entertainment. I'm literally leading you home. You know, that's why I said there's a lot of people that misjudge me. They don't know nothing about me. They might see one video and think, and then they assume. I have no idea. And what they've been told, what they've been taught, they'll go, oh, she's using those tarot cards first and foremost. I don't own tarot cards. I have oracle cards. Oh, she's doing the devil's work and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, oh, my gosh. I agree. If it's a normal person that doesn't have gifts and they're using spiritual tools, I tell people that I know for a fact you don't got near gift. And even if you are empathic or something, you're disconnected. You don't got no business touching them cards. You're opening up doors and don't even know it. Why? If you don't have a true divine connection, you're not sensitive to spirit, why are you playing with keys? Why are you playing with divine instruments? Come on now. I know what I'm talking about, y'all. I know what I'm talking about. That's why when I touch them oracle cards, I don't need the oracle. I like them, but I don't need them. I just got them, 2 years ago? I've been reading people spiritually my whole life. I have never used a card to read somebody. That's just me giving you a message directly from spirit in front of you. Some people want that, instead of taking my word for it, they prefer that. Then I have people that hit me up and say, can you just, tell me what you're channeling, what you're picking up? What do you feel in your spirit? What do you see? What do I see? Period. How many times have I started my live off on TikTok running it down to somebody? When I'm tuning into, what I pick up, and then I'm like, okay, let's just, get a couple cards and see oracle cards what the message is. And everything that I just said, it'll repeat it. Come on, y'all. And I know a couple of my A1s is in here, and y'all seen it. And it backs me up every time. Every time. Spirit talker, that's another example. If you don't have a connection, and these guardians, these ancestors, these angels don't want to connect with you, you are just randomly scanning for spirit. Man, there's billions of spirits here. I do not do that. I am connecting directly to your guardian or ancestor, or my guardian or ancestor. And I know when I've made a connection. It's like my sister came tonight and I turned it on. And before I did, I laid down my rules. I ain't playing with you. I set my rules, I wanted to be that messenger for her. And even though I could tell her what I'm hearing or picking up, sometimes people need to hear something else say it. And the first thing it said, your light shines bright. And I said, thank you. And I would like to give my sister a message because I already knew it was one of her guardians. I said, what would you like for me to share, translate? And it said, thank you. Next one, share my message. What was it? What did it say after that? Do not live in fear. And my sister has crippling, when I say crippling, chronic anxiety. And what is anxiety? Fear. Yeah. And I know, that's why I said she shifted in the basement. She shifted and that demon came off of her. You hear me? Because every word, it was, and besides that, I literally caught somebody out of the corner of my eye in the basement. It was a white gown. I caught the back of their gown. That was beautiful, you guys. It's the next day now, early in the morning, but last night was, man, that was wow. It was unbelievable. You know, she hadn't been here since the incident with the tent, and that was like the beginning of summer. I don't remember it. It's been a while. Matter of fact, or was that last? Not this past fall. Oh my gosh, it's been a year. Yeah, because it was before my surgery, and I had my surgery this past last March. So wow, not so that was like October, September of 2024. That's insane. That's how long it's been. Anyways, all right, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I love you. And I'm sitting right here. I see one light right there at his porch. Look at that. Look what it looks like. I'm looking directly at it. That's a truck over there leaving. I see one light. One light. And I'm going to tell you which one I think it is. I believe that's his porch light right there. Now look at the ones above it. Look at all that. I'm just, it's one light over there. I'm looking right at it. And I can see, well, I'm not picking up this light over here, but I think the tree's blocking it from this angle. I was going to say there's another light. And the only other thing I see over there, all these lights, I don't see them. This right here, I don't see those at all. All of this, nope. I'm looking. I don't see it. I don't see none of these lights. On the porch where it's showing all that, nope. I see what I believe right here. That light right there. And then, let me see. This right here. This big one. This light right there, don't see it. I don't see it. I see two lights over there. That's it. 1, 2, and then there's a light. Okay, I think this is it. But we're not seeing it because, never mind. Look at that, y'all. Did you just see that? Oh my gosh. That's not the light I'm looking at. The light I'm looking at sits low. So that's one of them too. It was like a T. I thought I saw the shape of a T. Yeah, because the light that I'm looking at it's leveled up with the garage over here. It's like down low. There's another one that's sitting right there on the side of it. Look at them. Wow. Oh, one just came in up here. That's them plasma beams. There was one that popped in right there at the top. Let me see. Look at that. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at all of them popping in. Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. There's so many, you guys. That was amazing, though. Ooh. Look at them. Wow. It's like, there's so many of them. Pretty freaking cool. I think it is. It is really cold out here. I should have been started the car, but I figured I could have started the car and warmed it up. My hand is like frozen. But I knew if I made it warm, I'd probably been sitting here for about 2-3 hours. Uh-oh. Check it out. Oh, look. A second one popped in, you guys. I love it when I catch them like that. I love it. You see the little light? Look at the little second one popping in. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, wait till y'all see the video from the other night. Ooh, that's a diamond shape. Ooh, it just split in two. It was so many lights out here the other night. Ooh, it's a circle now with a little dot. Ooh, that looks like an eyeball. Oh, snap. And just for those who don't know me well, that wasn't fear. I'm just I don't know, you guys. I'm dramatic. Y'all just gonna have to get to know me. I'm very expressional. Like, I express myself very well. And I got a heck of a sense of humor. But I can be a little dramatic at times, okay? I can be a little dramatic, But it can, I noticed that some people mistaking that for fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. When I say I'm over my fear, I'm over my fear. I'm over it. However, that doesn't mean that I can't get caught off guard and react and be startled and excited, and there's other emotions. My goodness. But what I don't like, it irritates me, and I will block you. I'm actually 2026. I have no patience. Let somebody tell me to calm down and don't be afraid. They gonna be like, oh my gosh, she blocked me. Yep. Because words have power. You're not speaking that onto me. I feel like you're speaking it onto me. I don't like that. Don't do that. You see that light? It's right above the chunk of lights. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's so freaking cool. Look at it. It's right above it. I didn't know it was that close. Oh, there's another one over here, too. I thought that's the one I was looking at. And it's a whole heap of them up here. That's why you see me. I keep going up. Look at the two dudes up there. Oh, they shapeshifted that quick. Oh, there's some that are just made of light. Like, it's so trippy. So when the sun comes up, I used to think they left. Yep. I used to think that they would leave during the day. No. It's just, they're made of light. And now the sun is up. And it's like, this camera's not going to do it, but that's why I got to get some more cameras. But on the blink before Like, I've lost all my cameras. They're done. They're going out one by one now. It really sucks. But anyways, I would watch them. They look like little eggs. Just a bunch of little white, I mean, thick white eggs in a tree. And as the sun was coming up, oh, and they were vibrating. They were like shaking. I'm like, what are they doing? They were shrinking in size. Because at first, when they first land in the tree, they would be big old chunks. And then they would get smaller, smaller, smaller to the size of eggs. But they were white, right? So now the sun's coming up. And at first, I thought it was the sun making them change colors. Until I saw that there would be red ones, green ones, like a Christmas tree. But they were all white at first. And then they would change colors. Like, wow. Oh, it's 3. Oh, trust me, it's probably way more than that. That's just the ones that are popping out. Yep. Is that one? Oh. It's pretty cool. But like I said, when I first started the video, I believe that that is a spirit portal. Oh, you know what, guys? I never did go back to the front camera. I'm so sorry. So, I might have to do that video different, separate. My bad. What the heck is that? Let me look. I don't see nothing. Y'all see it? I'm looking. I don't see nothing. Ooh, there's one. Y'all. I'm looking over there. There's no light. You can see his face. Look at him. This is cool. Man, it's been forever since I came out at night or early in the morning. So to like see this and be out here to be able to rule out things and to see if it's a car coming, shining a light up on a tree. That is so cool right now. Like, there's no car. There's nothing. That's them, you guys. Here, let me zoom out so you can see I'm not making it up. See? And this big bright light, I don't even see. Oh, look at the face beside it. I don't even see that. That must be like that yellow light the next street over. Look at that. Well, I can't see because I'm not on the side of the garage, but that looks like a little light being chilling right there. Ooh. I see him. But yeah. Ooh, look at them. There they are. Ooh, Uh-oh. What is that? Something I just felt something try to go in my ear. And I heard it. Oh my. And there shouldn't be no flies or bugs in here because it is freezing. Ooh, and I smelled it. Did I burn my hair? I think I did. I smelled something. I think I just burnt my hair. Oh, gosh. Calm down. Y'all see him? Hello. Oh, my gosh. I think that's Benjai. That looks like Benjai, you guys. It's got that V-shaped head a little bit. Come back in. He's shifting. It's plasma. He was in real good for a second there. Look at all of them. It's like a nest of them. Oh, my gosh. So many. What is that black hole? What the? Y'all see the black square? Oh, snap. Whoa, what was that? There was no car that just went by. Now, it was a car that went by over here on my street, but you see the black square? Wow. That's a lot. It really is. It's a lot going on right there, you guys. I mean, it's a lot. Look at the, oh, wait. They're hanging from that tree. It's like a nest full of them. Right there. Oh, look at them right here. I've always noticed them right here. And I've always noticed them over here. But it's been so long since I had the blink camera on his side. The blink camera used to, boy, I used to sit there to about when the sun come up. It was so fascinating to watch it. And I would just be so amazed. So amazed. Wow. Okay, now I am getting off now. I got to. It's been so real. I appreciate you guys. And what is that light that keeps doing that? That's weird. And these, look at those little light beams. I got some good footage coming, I promise. And I also got some good stuff that I'm going to talk about. Because I think it's relevant. It's time. It's time to share. I've heard you guys. Okay. A lot of you have been asking me to mentor you. And so my goal is to do it through video. And I think it'll be awesome because you'll be able to come back to it and, take your time and just, and I'll break it down and put in category and we're going to do it that way. So stay tuned. Come back. Check the channel out. I think there'll be something there for everybody. And even for the ones that can't see what I'm showing, or you think, oh, the cameras are too grainy. The message. Don't forget about the message now. So, all right, you guys. You have a blessed and wonderful day.